Welcome to my channel where I try to get your attention wearing different hats. For today's topic, I'm going to talk about how to practice tricks without having a high risk for things and the basics of it. To understand where you start in the beginning when you're learning a trick, usually, like I said, you want to start small. If you watch things like ridiculousness and fail videos and bails and things like that, certain bail videos, if you ever wonder why so many people get hurt so much and people that don't skate, why they think so many skateboarders at once get hurt like that all the time, that is totally false, and I'll tell you why. There's people out there that don't practice a lot and work their way up on what they should be learning to achieve that at that level, and they just go straight for it. Sometimes it works though, sometimes it doesn't, and that's why you see videos like that where people are getting super injuries and crazy concussions and just lots more. Let's get it out the way. It could be embarrassing a little bit when you start at the beginning and you're starting small and all these people around you. You know, you probably got more tricks, or you learn different tricks at the time that you can do really well and people know you for it or something like that. You know how it is at the skate park or whatever, whoever you're around. Sometimes we get this sense of pride or feel like we have to keep a reputation just to maintain that level of that mentality and that physical being when you're around people, so they hold you to the standard. But the truth behind it is, if you ever wondered, if you're scared and stuff and you're trying to just learn something new that's actually kind of hard to you that you've never done before, think of it like this. There's pros out there that probably aren't doing what you're doing. But there's pros out there, they don't know all the tricks at once. There are some that know a lot of tricks, and there's some that have a fewer selection but still are working their way up. There's some tricks that people are scared of that they start small, probably even on curbs, a small ledge, small rails, small stairs, everything. You would never even think of that. And behind closed doors, what you guys don't see, they're working their way up to these abilities. And that's what it takes to practice and get that muscle memory going. So when you can build that confidence to actually go off a 10-sayer and probably do a kickflip first try or whatever, and you're learning to do things to attack it with confidence. And also, what I think, I'm not like a doctor or anything, is that when you don't do these certain level of things and you just, you know, on a whim of that thought and you go out and try to do it, your body is not going to be physically capable of probably doing so or preparing for that. Reason being is your muscles aren't built for it yet, or you haven't stretched and stayed in shape. You gotta do certain things just like an athlete would to go out and do those things. You gotta build your way up to it. It's like, how can I explain it? It's like trying to fight somebody, like being in a boxing ring or something like that, and you never fought before, you never prepared for the fight, you just got in there and like, okay, I know I can do it. I wouldn't say that's the best way to do so. You can get hurt pretty badly. And so with these basic things, what I could say for you to do is, if you want to learn how to do a trick and work your way up to bigger things and do it to your best abilities, the first thing I would say to do is start small. It's not an issue. Everybody actually does it at one point or another. Everybody learns tricks the same. People just have different things around them. And you can mold your skating to whatever you want it to be, depending on the type of skating that you do. So I'd say wake up early in the morning. That's one. Stretch. Warm up and just do your basic things to get those out the way. Get that momentum going. You know, get your mind to track that you got the list of things that you wanted to do, like your basics and stuff, or warm-ups or whatever. And then just go hard at it. Like, get that idea, grasp the idea. If you can't really picture it in your head fully like you would want to, my advice would be watch a lot of skate videos or tutorials and watch things in slow motion. I would prefer to not with too much music, just like something less distracting, and so you can focus on it, the flip, the technique, and what's the rotation doing, so you can grasp that idea properly. And you would want to do that and just try to repeat it. I say like 30 minutes, practice it, take a break. Don't really burn yourself out and get overworked on it. It's good to work hard, but you know, you don't want to mentally strain yourself and physically either. That's how you can also get injured too. But there's a video, Learn How to Learn. That video is about basically trying to figure out how to learn a trick. I'll put the link in the description below to so you can watch that and actually get the idea of what I'm saying. Where it's relevant is to where I'm trying to make you feel comfortable, to where you understand that no matter what, if it's a pro or just somebody at your level as a normal person or whatever, and you're just learning things, everybody's learning, everybody's scared, everybody starts small. That's guaranteed. We all practice things differently, but the whole concept is working your way up to do bigger and better things, because that's just how our mind works. We physically want to be capable of doing something big. Like when you feel that, you get that urge and you're confident enough to do it. But when you haven't been practicing and stuff like that, that's how you can just get hurt. You're just asking for a problem right there and putting yourself out, probably on a session with your friends or whatever, for a spot, and you're bummed because you can't even skate no more. If you really want to get more tricks and do bigger things and film something, it's just to work your way up. Start from the bottom and guarantee you can make it to the top. You can do whatever you think you're physically capable of doing in your mind, but that's up to you to decide. There's people out there that say, like, I wanted to learn like fakie ollie switch front blunt on a ledge. It looked like a really cool trick. I didn't see nobody do it before. I'm not gonna name drop. One of my friends was just like, oh man, you can't do that, dude. Like, you probably, that's gonna take you like 1 or 2 years. 1 or 2 years to learn that tops. And I'm in my mind like looking at him and stuff like, dude, what are you thinking? Like, if you want to do it, shit, then do it. Like, it wasn't something to where it was like a big hub or something. I started off on like a small ledge just to grasp the idea. And you know, just trying to work at it. I haven't figured it out yet, but I haven't quit on it either. It's fun to learn. You can have fun learning while you're doing. And if you really want to learn, you'll be focused. And you won't let things like that distract you. If you see somebody learning a trick, and no matter what, even if somebody compliments them, they'll have like this straight face, like it's so focused, that concentration, because they know they have to be mentally ready to be able to do something physically that they feel like they're capable of doing. They have to be ready at that moment. No distractions, no nothing. So if you see guys at the park like that learning tricks and they just give you a nod and you're just like, oh man, that's cool. He's just concentrating. He's not being rude whatsoever. You'll know the difference. You'll get up in there in that mode one day. It's a good thing. Don't let it break your distraction. Like, sometimes I do that. Like when I'm working on a trick and I'm like, oh. You gotta really buckle down and do what you have to do. The point I wanted to get across to why that you start small. And why not something bigger if you're having that question, or, oh, I'm not a punk, I'll start off on this, blah, blah, blah. The reason I say that is, what's the bottom line? Low risk. Low risk means less case of injury, and you can be able to fall and get back up again and do it again what you need to do. Despite the fact, if you're not training like that, you know, like working out and stretching and all that, maybe you just want to learn something small, you know, just to something to practice on so you can get back up to and just keep doing it. Because you just don't want to like burn yourself out and mentally strain yourself and stress, and then try to do the trick and you get broke off. You'll be just more sad that you did that. I pretty much didn't practice for a while, starting small, and what I did was I went to my old neighborhood where I first started skating, and it was a 6-stair, but before the set it had a little dip, so you had to ollie early, and I haven't really like did it much often, and I ollied it, but then I got around to the 180 and then like just rolled my ankle pretty good. So basically when I went to the doctor, I basically had tiny ligament tears in my knee and I fractured my ankle. They thought I broke it in 2 different places, but that's the thing that I've learned since doing that. Let's recap again. If you want low risk, you gotta get up early, be mentally prepared, start small, be confident. No matter if you even go in the early morning or in the afternoon or when you're with your friends and stuff, I say the early morning because less people are in the way or nobody's there, and you can practice it as many times as you want without distraction. Less distraction, more productivity. That's the main focus right there. You don't have to worry about it much. If you want to have music on while you're doing it, that's even cool too, to up your motive. For me, I can't do that when I'm learning a trick initially because I want to fully concentrate and grasp the thought of what I'm doing. But if I'm confident enough in doing that trick and I know it already, I'll wear it. I'll wear my headphones because I have muscle memory and everything flowing, and I could do it, you know, no problem. Take a few tries. So, you know, don't be worried when you see video parts and stuff and it just blows your mind. They didn't do that first try. Not all the time, you know. They practice. They get hurt. They fall down. They're not perfect. They're just like me and you. They're human beings, so they're not truly indestructible either. So practice makes perfect pretty much, you know. So get out there and learn something and film it and share it with people. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe if you like this video. This is skate etiquette. Peace.